Hello everyone! So today I thought I would do a book haul for you. It's not just any book haul, it's a library book haul. And the reason why it's a library book haul, that's my dog, is because I try to get as many books as I can from the library. It started back in college when I didn't have enough in my budget to go out and buy like a $20 book. So I would just go to the library, the county library, near my school and just get books there. And it always amazed me how you could get books for free. So that's what I've always done. When I studied abroad in England for a couple months, I got a library card there. When I moved to another county after college for just a couple months, I got a library card there. And then in Seattle, of course, I got a library card. And basically, I just when people recommend books for me, I go to the website, the library website, and I request those books because they're usually newer, so there's probably a lot of people wanting to read them. So I request the books, and then I am usually pretty far down the line, so it'll be like 175th in line for 20 copies. And I usually hold the request. So that means I can postpone when I get the book to a future date. So what happens is I hold my place in line and people keep getting the books and I keep moving down the line until whatever date I want to activate it again. And usually it's so far in the future that I'm at number 1 by that point. But even if I'm at number 2, if I get moved to the number 1 spot, it'll immediately go to my library and then it'll be on the hold shelf for me, if that makes sense. So that's what I usually do. The problem is that you can do up to 25 books, and the problem is that I tend to hold all 25 books. Sorry, my dog's being loud. Hey bud, what you doing? Get up there. Go. Go. If you want up there, go. Dog's not gonna like it, but... Can you see him? He's like, this is a white chair, and it's probably not good for me to have him to encourage that, but yeah, that's not very comfortable, is it? Yeah. Okay, well there you go. I should start over now. I won't. Okay, so anyway, where was I? So I basically request the book, it's in line. I have 25 books that I want to read, and I push all of the activation dates for sometime in the future. So all 25 books have the same one, and you shouldn't do that because what ends up happening is it's in the future and you don't even realize it, and they send you an email like 2 days before your hold activation is going to expire. And if you don't do something right then and you forget, all of the books that you're in number 1 position for, you'll get at once. So now I have like 10 books or something that all expired, or that all got sent to me. So that's why I ended up with the book haul. I call it my library fail, and it's always really embarrassing. I always think like, oh, the librarian thinks I'm stupid. But I thought I would share with you what books I'm wanting to read. I don't know if I'll get to them all. But I'll start with the one that I actually have read. So I read this one already, and it's called Mrs. Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I think that's how you say that word, Peregrine. I don't know. And this one was good. I've always wanted to read it because it has intrigued me, and like Target and stuff, there's a glare because of the jacket, but you can kind of see like these crazy pictures. And I always wanted to read it, and it was always at Target, but I always thought it was kind of freaky with the kids in the pictures, and so I didn't want to read it because of that reason. But I ended up reading it in like 5 days, and I really liked it. I would give it a B+, maybe A-, because I liked it and I read it so quickly. But after they developed the characters, I had a little bit less interest in the story. So I found myself kind of like just reading really fast and just trying to get to the end for the last quarter of the book or so. And that's why I wouldn't give it a better rating. But yeah, if you're looking for a book that's different, because this one definitely is different, I would suggest this one. And then the next thing I got was This one's kind of funny. I got this because I requested it a year ago before I got married because I wanted Doug to listen to it because he's never read Harry Potter, and we were going to Universal Studios to Hogwarts, or what do they call it at Universal Studios? Harry Potter Land. And I wanted him to at least know a little bit of the story. But even the first book on CD has so many requests that I couldn't get it in time. And then, like I said, I just pause them when I'm not in the mood to read. And so it was just kind of on the list still. So I got that one. I think I'm going to, like, you can steal it, kind of. You can just put it on your computer because it's just discs. So I think I'm going to put it on my computer and then Doug can listen to it whenever. But I probably won't even get around to it, so I did nothing legal. My next in the list of books, I'm trying to do them in somewhat of an order. The next one I'm going to try and read is this one. It's called The Widow of the South. And this was suggested to me, or I found this book through a blog that I read called Eat, Live, Run, I think. And she reads a lot of books, so she was always blogging about what she's reading, and she said she really liked this one, so I requested it. It's really long. It's pretty thick. It's called The Widow of the South, just in case you missed it. But I think it sounds intriguing, so I'm going to try and read that one next. And then I think I've decided that if I don't get into it within the first 2 chapters or so, I'm just going to move on to the next book because there's too many here that I do honestly want to try and read. And there's no harm, so that's what I'll try and do. So this one's called The Soldier's Wife. And it was requested by the same person who requested the last book, or suggested, excuse me. And it's just about World War II. I think it takes place in Hawaii. I'm not sure. But it just seemed like a good book. And then she also suggested this one, A Stolen Life by J.C. Duggard. And this was the little girl that got kidnapped at like age 11, and she escaped in, I think, 2009. And it sounds like it's going to be kind of tough, but it's definitely an interesting story, and I'm going to try and read it, see if I can. It might be too hard, too emotional, but I don't know. We'll see if we like it. This one in particular, I'm kind of excited to read as well. And I think I said particular because particular is in the title, but it's called The Particular Sadness of Lemon Cake. And this was suggested to me by, I think my husband's coworker. She is an English major. My little stack's getting high. She's an English major, and when she worked with my husband, used to, fixing my hair there, she used to write for a blog that they both worked on at the company together, and she did a list of books she always buys people for presents, and I think this was on the list. I'm not sure, but I think it was, so that's why I picked up that one. And I liked the last book that she suggested on that list called Feed, so I think I'm going to like that one as well. Then we have Lunch in Paris. I don't know where I got this one, but it has recipes in it, I guess. It's called A Love Story with Recipes. I don't usually make the recipes in books, but it's a cute little niche that they do. So I'm going to try and read that one. And then these other 2, I have no idea why I requested them, but I guess, obviously I must have, right? So this one's called The Deep End of the Ocean. I don't know anything about it. I'll have to look it up on Amazon or something to see who gave me the idea to request it. And then this one's called Snow Crash, and this seems like nothing I would read. I almost half think that they might have made a mistake and just put this one next to mine and then grabbed it as well when I went up there to get it. I don't know. So that is my book haul. I know it wasn't very helpful because I obviously didn't tell you much about each book because I don't really remember why I had requested each book. But if you have a book that you really like, you should comment below and let me know what it is so I can put it on my list for the library, and then hopefully I can manage it a little bit better than I have been, and I will only get a couple books at a time to read. But yeah, let me know what your favorite book is, and if I read any of these, I will update you on which ones I liked. And yeah, So that's it for now. Thanks, guys. Bye.